Hello and what is up and welcome back to my F1 2017 career mode. What episode we at now is? I think it's 5. Yeah, episode 5 of my F1 2017 career mode. Here we are at Spain for the obviously the Spanish Grand Prix at Catalonia. Well, this is quite a mid-range track, I'd say. Probably favours the Ferrari because of how overpowered they are really on this game. So here we are going into our first qualifying lap. I really didn't feel on the pace in this in qualifying. I just didn't feel like I could get it around there as fast as I can other tracks. As you can see, taking a lot of curb. It felt quite smooth though. The car felt really smooth, but no matter how hard I tried, I just couldn't seem to keep it steady, and it didn't seem to have that much grip. I fiddled around with the setup, but in the end I just put it back to standard because I'd had enough of it. So there we are on our first lap, and yeah, terrible. So we end up going back to the garage to put a new fresh set of tyres on and go for another lap or two after towards the end of the race. That's what I meant. Yeah, what we're doing. So here we are going on to our second lap, coming into the first corner quite aggressively, as you could say, taking a lot of curb through there as we come around this long sweeping right hand. This really nice corner, but really easy to get wrong as well, because you just can't quite take it flat out. But I think this track, they said before that this is 80% flat out, this track, which is just crazy. This is absolutely crazy. It just goes to show how the new wider tyres and the bigger wings, really how much they make a difference. So here we are onto our next lap, pulling it through, taking a lot of curb, getting airborne as we just run up the curbs, coming into finish our lap. So there we go, and then we go straight into another lap, getting a bit don't know what happened there. I think I might have let go. But that's unfortunately all we could do. We ended up crashing later on in that lap, but not going to show that. And yeah, so we didn't do as well as I would have liked. But here's the qualifying grid.
Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Vettel, Hamilton, Felipe Massa and Verstappen, Ricciardo, Perez, Hulkenberg and Roman Grosjean, Magnussen, Ocon, Daniel Kvyat and Sainz, Palmer, Alonso, Stoffel Van Dorn and Marcus Ericsson, Wehrlein and a Williams.
So yeah, not what I would have liked. Last place. I just didn't know what had happened. Obviously, I mean, the AI are OP in qualifying, but I didn't think we could qualify that bad, really, to be honest. But oh well, I mean, we just have to deal with it. So here we are. I decided, we're towards the back of the grid, really try and warm the tyres up, let everyone go, and really just warm the brakes up. I wanted to keep everything cool till the end of the lap. I don't know why, I just thought I'd try out, but I think the best thing to do is keep the engine cool as you can, which is different in real life. You want the engine to be as warm as you can, if not, you're at risk of it blowing up. But we got, I don't know what happened, I think we overtook a few people towards the end, and we ended up starting 18th, which weren't too bad. So we're up to 5 red lights, and away we go, getting a fairly, you could say, average start. But obviously, you know, McLaren not having the strongest car on the grid, not being able to hold that top end speed. So straight up the inside of Palmer, I believe. Yeah, Hulkenberg's quite far up, but weren't able to do anything there, but had to go hard on the brakes there as he got caught up in a bit of traffic. But that held him up quite nicely for us to slot up the inside of 3 cars in a very nice move as we move now on to the next car ahead, which I believe is Sainz. Yeah. Ahead of him is one of the Haas's, or is that Magnussen? Oh, I can't see on the screen. But yeah, got Magnussen up ahead as we close him in on the brakes. So we should be able to get him on the straight with the slipstream. Obviously no DRS yet because it's only the first lap. So let's see if we can get him on the straight. Put that up into rich revs. Well, back down to standard now, and we dart up the inside of him and Grosjean, I think, as we get up into a very nice position. Is that ninth? I think ninth or whatever. Yeah. So here we are now, moving in on Hulkenberg. Now we're in P9. I couldn't see. And then, yeah, moving on later into the race, nothing really happened, but then there was Hamilton. We caught up and we made him a huge dive bomb because I think he had something wrong with his car for a while, what weren't helping. But next thing you know, he's straight back on the attack, behind us, all over our gearbox, but we defend really well, to be honest. We're weaving everyone on the straight, and I kind of think, yeah, I'll just keep it here and actually not lose that much time, as we had the job of catching Perez, but then later on, Perez actually had an engine failure, which was sad for him because he was run a pretty good race, to be honest. But that benefited us, and nothing happened, so we decided to pull into the pits. And I just wanted to see what it was, what caused Perez's engine, or whatever his retirement was. So I wasn't sure if it was an engine failure or whatever. And I obviously found out from the race director that it was. So Hamilton pulls into his pit box as we just look behind nervously to hopefully beat him out, and we do beat him out of the pit box in there, and off we go. So obviously you can see there's a pretty big gap, but Hamilton's got pace. But then later on we've got just a back marker just getting in the way. We breeze past Furline with no trouble whatsoever, really, as we come into the first corner. Now Hamilton is straight back on the attack. There's no surprise with that. Look at how fast he is. So we're moving over. What we decide to do into this one is we think smart, brake really early, cut across, make a tiny bit of contact, and yeah, made the move stick. That was actually a very nice move indeed. Well, a very nice cut back here. This is not so nice. As you can see, we really do move over to try and stop him from getting up, but we get on the grass a little. I tried to stop him. I don't know why I done that. I think my wheel, the force feedback went that way, and we gave him a little bit of front wing damage. I didn't really feel that good about that. And then later on into the lap, we steam up the inside. He locks up, but we run wide, and he gets the position back anyway. So it doesn't really matter, as we take a lot of curb, really getting a lot of speed through there from where we ran wide. And you can really tell that he lost a lot of downforce because he couldn't slow down and he couldn't hold it through the corners. And as you can see there, we just make a lovely move up the inside. But now you could really just tell that his he just had no grip whatsoever, no downforce, and we just pulled away. And that was that for the rest. But here we are as we come across the line to finish the Spanish Grand Prix in 6th place. I thought that was very good. I think we weren't so clean when it came to defending and with our overtakes on the attack, but we made it there. We considering we started 18th, well, basically 20th, but it glitched out, and we ended up starting in 18th position, and we were able to make our way up all the way up to 6th. I think that's not too bad, to be honest. So there we are. So that's episode 5 of my F1 2017 career mode all wrapped up. Make sure you tune in for the next episode. I've been Race Cal. See you later.
Fantastic. So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. It's a good result for